In the quaint town of Cartographer, where the streets were lined with maples and the scent of old paper and ink hung heavily, lived Elias Wellwright, the last of the master cartographers. His profession, once revered as essential, was now facing the relentless advance of digital technology, nearly becoming an artifact of the past. Yet Elias persisted in his craft, crafting maps with painstaking detail on parchment that whispered tales of ages gone by. Elias's maps were more than mere navigational tools. They were repositories of history and mystery, annotated with personal stories and historical annotations that made each a unique artifact. It was said that to possess a Wellwright map was to hold a piece of the world's memory. One autumn evening, as the amber glow of sunset draped itself over Cartographer, a young librarian named Alara stepped into Elias's shop. The bell above the door chimed a delicate welcome, drawing Elias's focused eyes up from his desk where he meticulously drew the coastlines of a forgotten island. "Good evening," Alara started, her voice reverberating softly between the crowded walls lined with maps. "I'm in search of a map, not just any map, but one that could guide me to something." "Lost." Elias arched an eyebrow, intrigued. "And what, may I ask, is this lost item you seek to find with an old cartographer's map?" "A story," she replied, her eyes lighting up with a blend of earnestness and mystery. "The story of the lost city of Avidal, believed to have vanished during the Great Deluge 1,000 years ago. Legend has it that it was a place of unimaginable beauty and knowledge, home to the great library of alchemy, filled with books and scrolls containing wisdom of the ancient world." Elias's interest deepened. His hands paused their work as he considered Alara's quest. Such a map, if it exists, would be intricate and quite dangerous. It could lead to knowledge long meant to be forgotten. "Why do you seek Avidale?" he asked. Alara's answer was simple, yet profound. In our digital age, when knowledge is abundant yet fragmented, the story of Avidale represents a complete understanding, all-encompassing and interconnected. I believe it could teach us something essential about preserving and valuing our history. Moved by her passion, Elias decided to help Alara. He pulled out an ancient, dusty scroll from a hidden drawer, a map he had never shown another soul, crafted by his grandfather, the first Wellwright cartographer. The map was rumored to show the way to Avidale, but was also said to be cursed to protect its secrets. "You must be cautious," Elias warned as he handed her the scroll. "This map will take you to Avidale, but the journey it charts is treacherous, full of puzzles and traps to deter the unworthy or the unwise." Alara accepted the map with a solemn nod, sensing the weight of history and responsibility it carried. Her quest was set, and the next morning she set out, following the ancient lines drawn across the parchment. Months passed. Elias resumed his work, but his mind often wandered to Alara and her journey. Had she found Avidale, or had the map led her astray? One brisk spring morning, as the first green buds appeared on the maples, Alara returned to Cartographer. Her eyes were tired yet triumphant. "I found Avidale," she breathed out, laying a stack of newly drawn maps on Elias's desk. These were maps of Avidale, annotated with all her findings and observations. And indeed, it was beautiful and filled with forgotten knowledge. But it was not meant to be disturbed. I have documented it all here for posterity, and now it should rest in peace. Elias was astounded not only by her success, but by her wisdom in preserving the secrecy and sanctity of Avidale. They spent days discussing her journey, annotating further details on her maps, making them yet another treasure in the cartographer's collection. In time, the maps of Avidale found their home in the library of Cartographer, a beacon of knowledge protected by the discretion and wisdom of those like Alara and Elias. The town, once fading into obscurity, slowly became a center of learning and intrigue as Elias continued to teach the art of cartography, no longer a relic, but a bridge between the wisdom of the past and the digital age.